Hi, my name is Hazan Adedoyin, and this afternoon you'll be learning PHP for backend development, backend web development. In the same tutorial, you'll be learning HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, JavaScript, and jQuery with mysql for server. Now, see you there. Hi, my name is Hazan Adedoyin, and I'm the director of Coding Pros NG, the Digerati, and Core Coding. So these are schools of ICT tutorial and web development. Alright, so today I'm gonna be teaching you some stuff I've done here. Let me clean it up. So we're gonna be learning PHP from scratch. I have this thing. Let me refresh. I think, yeah. So this is gone, but the code is still there. So how can I get? I can just say. So I've already have XAMPP, which is a PHP development environment. So I'm using XAMPP, which it supports all the operating systems. I'm on my Windows now. It supports Mac, it supports Linux, Ubuntu, and the rest. I've already started my version, which works on a server, using my local server, and this one is my SQL, which allows me to access my database. Yeah, also have my browser Chrome, which supports almost all the HTML characters. So it's one of the best, if not the best, one of the best browsers we have today. Now I've already created a folder called PHP folder. When you install it down, you can go to ApacheFriends.com, install XAMPP. So when you install XAMPP, so if you install, if you are not sure, if you don't check the directory, to install it automatically inside local disk. So inside your local disk, you're gonna have XAMPP at the bottom here. But I've deleted it because my first XAMPP got corrupt. So it's corrupted. So I actually downloaded another one inside this folder called new XAMPP. Then I will go to my, let me go to HTML. So you go to HTML and you create a folder. Now I've already have some of my folders there. It's a Laravel project, so how do you use the project I'm working on? So after that, I created another folder called the student registration project, and I created an assets, created CSS, which I'll be working on, and nothing is there for now. So I created images. I have one in my image here. I created JS, which has nothing for now. If you open it now, that will you have a blank. Yes. Alright, so let me get it off. So now that is how to set up. This asset is for CSS folder. Your inside your CSS, you can have your image folder, your JS folder, and you can have all the other CDM files inside. So here I've created my HTML file, admin index, login. So index will be the first page to be loaded on the browser when you visit this site, and I'm gonna be registering the student on this folder on this page, and after registering, I'm gonna be redirected to this login page. And when I log in, I'm gonna land on this admin page to manage my students. For now, I don't have students and I don't have any image. I don't keep image on my laptop. I don't keep image because it's not in line with my faith. So I don't even have myself. I have this image. I quickly grab this image from YouTube. You can see the lecture I'm giving. I was giving the mosque, so I grab it from YouTube to quickly register to apply for a job online. Alright, I'm gonna be using it I'm gonna be using myself as a student. So now I can open the folder. I think I've done that. So I can just open the folder with VS Code. If you have VS Code installed, it will ask you to click on to select if you would like to have the features of open with code. So I can actually open it, and I can actually come to VS Code to locate the folder from here. My file, I can just say open folder. It takes you this. Then you can just go to your name and get what you want to get. Anyway, so I already have it on my screen here. So you can see what I'm saying here is I can now they can navigate to this thing. I say localhost. You say localhost because we're working look at so because it's still work if I leave it in the uppercase. So if you say localhost, you need to say this because you're working on the local server. So then you can just go straight to the name of the project, which is PHP projects. Yeah, this will take you down here. So you have the other projects, student registration or something. So now it will load the first page, which is the index page. And in the index page is the code. These are the codes I have. So I can just clean I can clean them up. So everything that's gone. If I load again, if I reload, nothing is there now. So I'll be using Bootstrap. So I've grabbed my Bootstrap CDN link from the beauty school. I can actually grab it somewhere else. You can grab it. You have get Bootstrap official website. Okay. So I'll be working on. I have jquery code tool, which I've already added to the code to the CDN links, but I will be using majorly JavaScript because it just be a simple tutorial. All right. So now I can just. But before I do that, I already have I'm using VS Code. So in your VS Code, you can come here to extensions to install some, like I have this thing is that I work on that. That is my mobile app project language I use. Remember, now it is that of the Flutter for Google. Now I've already have it installed. You can say uninstall. I've already downloaded that language support and debugger for Visual Studio Code. I've had everything installed. You can see Flutter widget snippets, HTML boilerplate. I've already installed it. So now I'm going to be using HTML boilerplate. So I'm just type HTML and to give you this. You can come here or come to the HTML boilerplate. Click down. Now you're there. All right. So now that you are there, so you can. And the reason why you're having this error here is because you have already have this, so it's not expecting another one here. You come here and click, not element, nothing is there again. So now I can just give it a title, because if I don't give it a title, you can see for now nothing is. You can just have localhost PHP. If you hold this your server, something similar to your server will also appear here. So you can just give it a title like Darul Kuraba is a school project. So no, it's not that, it's Al Kuraba. So Al Kuraba school. So then you can just say like something like home. Alright, so that would be what I will actually appear here. So now let me quickly inside the head extension or block and just put my CDN links so that when I want to work with Bootstrap, it's gonna be working, because I'll be using Bootstrap as let me clean this up. Bootstrap as my CSS framework. So it's a famous CSS framework, and it's good to know and use. All right. So let me say something like I want to try the Bootstrap is working. Let me quickly input these manually. So I'm just say div class alerts info. Yeah, so just to see if my Bootstrap is working, so let me close this tag. So I'm going to say Bootstrap working, just to see if my Bootstrap is working. Yeah, it's working. Alright, so I can just clean it up now and then start the stuff. Now I want the layout, so I just say div class. I think I need to input it manually for now, so I just say div class, and I need a container, so this will specify some default margins for me, and then let me close it up. Then I can just inside the container, so I need another div which is row, because I want my on my desktop, whether medium or large, or I want it to be of two columns. My form on one side and some welcome notes on the other. So I can just say div. So for that, Bootstrap has given me something to use. I can just say Bootstrap row. So now inside this row, so I can have as many columns as I want. So now inside this row, I can create a column. Now this row, I can actually do some stuff here. Like I can say P2. So then inside the row 2, I want all right. So let me leave it for now. So let me say, so let me get, so I can have div class. So I can have this class column. So this column, I want the first column to be of like 4, because just to display my no 4. Okay, 4 and 8 to be 12. So and actually I've gotten everything I want on the screen. So let me just leave this one as 4 for now. Then I can just grab, copy and paste, and I'll give this one 8. Now, so I can, inside this I can get my welcome notes. So I can say h1. So now h1 will be welcoming my visitors. Welcome to. So here I can see class. So the class can be text center, so center the text, and I want it to be, of course, I can just say the body, I can give my body something like an inline styling. Oh, sorry, that's what this why it is not working. Let me just quickly do this stuff here. So I can give it BG. So I'm giving it something, or should I just say, should I make it very colorful, or just something light? But let me just say white smoke. Let me give it something light. So now I think that's it. So then welcome to, now here it can be black. I think that will be fine on, be beautiful on that background. So when I have this welcome to, so I can come down here, say that will go about, or let me just make the welcome to h something like h3 or even h4, so that what I want to welcome them to will be more visible. Now I can just say al Ghuraba. So al Ghuraba school. Oh yeah, so I can just close this too. Now here again I can, and here I can give it something like margin button, something like button 2. So here, so I can just grab something I did here, so I'll just paste it here. So now I can just say, I can duplicate it, but here I don't want h1 and the anything, I want the paragraph. So I can come here to say it's paragraph, because with this p of the closing tag, nothing will happen, because this is the most important thing, is the opening tag here. So I need to put, I need to say p. Now I just give some intro. I don't know if it's MB, because nothing is coming down after down. So I can just say we are an Islamic and Western. What am I writing? Sorry. We are an Islamic and Western educational center. Yeah. So I think that's all for now. Let us do what we just done. We just did rather. Oh, yeah. This is because my other column has not come here. So now when I have this column here, I want to specify my form, and this div logo rubber, I can do some stuff. I can say text, I can give it column, say text of primary, so that will be blue. That will give me a blue color. So now I want everything to shift, so automatically I need to create a div for my form here, my form. So I'm gonna say div. So I have already let me just say form. Let me start with my form, because automatically I have it. So we need to fit into the column specify for it. So I cannot say give form action. So this makes my form to load when I try to submit it, and method. So this specify the method by which I want to submit my form. Is it a secured and strict one, or just one of that doesn't contain sensitive information, like I want to get data from the browser or something. All right, so I can just say form now. Let me say inputs type. So input type, it should be text. So then name will be, so because it's registration, so I have name. So placeholder. So these are basic HTML stuff. So name. So and make it required, so that it won't be left out during submission of the form. So now I can let me come here to specify, to give a bootstrap style in here. So I can say form control. So automatically style the form for me in a nice way. So I can just duplicate it. So, and now you can even start the margin bottom. I want it to be 2. Oh. So let me just do something like, so I want the margin bottom 2. Yeah. So now I can come here and edit. Can say name, age, address, class. So let's say that's what we need just to make the tutorial shorter. So I can just say age here, and I can say address, and I can say class. So now everything is text. So I think I need a button here. So of course inputs if I like, then nothing like required, and then nothing like placeholder. Yeah, I can just say this on register. So then this input to be because normally if I don't put type, even if I remove this type, I will still gonna have an input field of type text. It has the default. You can see, and the last one which is supposed to be the button is also of type text. That's the default. So the type specify the kind of input you want. So I can just say type, I want a button. So I can just say submit. So now my class here, because of course if I want the button to be as long as these two, okay, the row column is not working, I will fix that in a moment. So if I want it to be as long as that, I can leave it like this, but I don't normally like it, so let me just give this away. So I can just specify the button. I can just say btn primary. So I can say btn large. I want a large button. So now if I come here, I'm gonna view a very nice button here. I need to fix the row and column to work properly. So doing that, I can, let me see what's happening here. This first column row, this first column, and the second column is there. let me remove just something of this. So I think yeah, this is the container which I. So now I expect this, since it's a row, so this first column should be here, should come here of course, and let me see, column, let me see, column MD4 and column MD8. Let me see what's happening. Yeah, it's working nice. Alright, so I want the welcome notes here and I want this here. So I can include, I can use strong for these or something. I don't want more of styling. I don't want more of HTML CSS. I only want to focus quickly the backend stuff. So I can say strong, strong. Yeah, so I'm gonna have a nice stuff here. So now we want this wanted to be uh, where's the row container. So with the container we can just say mgm5, so just to make it, give it some margin. Let me just say so I want the margin to be 50 pixels for now, just for tutorial purpose. So it has come down, but I think I can just add it to 250 just for tutorial purpose. I don't want to waste time on. I think it is too much. Yes, and why it's doing this, like, it's, I'm giving it margins to everything, so I can just say 150, and that will be margin top only. So you can set this thing normally. All right, so if this thing may not look like nice on mobile for now, because that's how. Oh yeah, it's not looking really nice. So I can just, but I said I didn't want to, because I can just set it inside my bootstrap, so the columns, you can set the column for the small screen SM, MD, LG, and all, and that will fix that. So now let us just quickly focus on and we remove this. So let's focus on, let me give it some break, so that tutorial, so let me say break, then I'm gonna break this. So I'll break this through even this. Oh yeah, I'm done. So now it looks nice now, but not really nice, because I don't want to waste time. So now let me say, now that I want to register all this thing, so I inside my config, I have my connection file. So my connection file, I need to specify my connection file, so I can say, let me just do a simple connection stuff. So I can just say variable connect. I'm using procedural. Yeah, so I'm using the procedural for form submission syntax. So I'm gonna save a variable connect, or let me just say variable con equals to mysql underscore connect. Oh, so I'm also expecting some. So mysql, so you give me a list of functions I can use. So I need the SQLi underscore connect to connect to the database. So I'm gonna use inside this. I have some. It contains 4 parameters. First, the host, so which is localhost, of course, and then the database user, which is root for now, and then the database password, which is blank, because in my exam I have not created any password. So then the database table, which is Guraba. I think I've already created one here, and the name is Guraba. This is Guraba, and the table is Guraba students. I've already created. I quickly explain how I created these, but I think to make the tutorial shorter, so let me just go on with the code. So I can just say, so let me close it here. So now the database is set. But if I close it, I can say something. I can do something. I can say if it's not connected. There are a couple of ways by which I can do this, but I think to make it simple, very simple, I can just say or die. So this die statement or function is to print and a result or an error to the screen if something is done or not. So I can just say no connection is made yet. So this will actually print something like if I come to the index page and I anywhere here I just try to include the so you will include for PHP include function. I can include this folder. So I'm gonna specify. I'm gonna say include. Then I'm gonna specify where I'm gonna come to this config folder, then to this file. So I'm gonna say config slash open the config folder and get this file. So if I come to my, let me get rid of all this. So if I should come here and I refresh, let's see what's going on here. Include config slash connect.php. I think so. I think it should work now. Oh yeah. So we know why, because the database is connected. For example, if I do something now, if I come here and I say, for example, let's say the database is row is 1A, so no database of such name. So if I should come here and try to include it, so say no connection is made here. Why? Because it is not seeing any database here. But since I have a database here, so it will actually ignore the die statement here, the die statement there. So like I said, I will have loved to explain how I created this. Just come to new. When you come to new, create a new database and it's create save. So it will give you by default 4 rows, so you can add to it. So now it gave me 4 rows, so I added to it. When I added to it, so I created the database name, which is global students, and I created ID, name, age, class, and address. So now I'm all set. So I'm gonna be submitting my form inside this thing. So if I refresh this thing again, it's gonna get rid of that error. This logo about, let me give it some styling. Like I want to give it text shadow, so I'm gonna say style. So I can say 2 pixel. So then I want to specify the blur effect. So I say I want it to be 4 pixel and I want it to be gray, the color. So now if I reload it now, we're having something like that. Alright, so let me quickly go to the PHP aspect of it. So I can just say write the PHP. So I can actually create another PHP file instead of coming here like components, PHP components. So I can quickly come here and create another PHP file. So inside this folder, so I can say register.php. So inside here, I'm gonna declare the registration code. So now I have in these fields, I have name, age, address, and class. Then the button, so register. So I'm gonna say if it's set So the the method which is post, then the button name which is register. So in a normal word, so if button is clicked through a post method, then what do I want it to do? I want it to grab all the feeds, all the input in all the feeds. I want to grab whatever is input inside all the feeds, all feeds. So I can just say name equals name. So the first one is name. So now the logic here is whatever is input inside this feed, grab it and store it inside this variable. That's the logic there. So the other one is age. And this one is address. Class. So I can quickly come here and say age. Add, and then class. Now something's wrong here. Give me an error. Let's see. Oh yeah, no, expression not writable. So that means I should add this dollar sign. So it's expecting it to be a variable, not something that is unknown. So it's neither if. So suppose I've written something like this, like a code. So it will be saying something like a string here, but it's not expecting something other than a variable here. Now, okay, so why this being done? So I can just now make another. Let's say I want to do something. I want to store variables. What am I doing? Store values into tables. So I'll be using SQL. So I'll say variable SQL or something. Pause. So normally you use the insert. So I'm gonna say insert into this table name. So this is table name. So you can come here and grab it. So what are we inserting? We are inserting anything, any value inside the fields. So say value. So the value will be this. Say variable. And the other one is variable age. Add on the class. Yeah. So that's all for. So now I need to merge these SQL statements with the connection over there. So I'm gonna say variable so I'm gonna say variable. Before I merge, I forgot something. I need to specify the column name. So the column name here, all these columns, all these values, you know, anything input inside these fields, so anything inputs, so they are these values. Yeah, these variables. So these name, age, add variable name, variable age, etc. So I need to specify where they're going to, be placed. This where they're going to be, where they're going to fit in. So I can just say name. I can just, or let me use backticks. This is name. The second is age. The third is address, and the fourth is class. So now I can merge them. So if I will say variable query. If I like, I can say anything, or variable join, anything, just to, you give your variable a name that's associated with what you are trying to be, the value of the variable, in short. So just like functions, so they are called identifiers. So with the variable, you identify the value of the variable with the name, with the identifying name. So that you can know what this variable is doing. It's kind of like this variable SQL. We automatically know that we are going to write an SQL code inside this. So just variable join. So this will give us an understanding of what we are trying to do. So like mysql query, that is, we are joining some two variables, some two queries. So I'm gonna say we are joining the connection here. So I'm gonna join it here. Then variable SQL. That's all. Then I'm successfully registered. I'm successfully written the registration code. So I can now come here. So I'm gonna import or include this file. So since it's at the same it's at the same path, or it's on the same path, or let me say a directory with this index file. So I can just quickly, so I just have to say include register.php. So that's it. If I like, I can add something like column, and if I don't put it, it will work. So now let's come here and refresh again. So let me just refresh, not saving. So now if I say I'm doing Hazan, 13 years old, my daily is and year 4. So I submit this, automatically this has submitted. So I refresh here. Yeah. So are you doing Hazan? And why it's give me ID 2, because I've already submitted something there before. Now if I want to print a message somewhere, anywhere, so it's normally somewhere here. So I can go further and say somewhere around here. So just write a condition statement if they will join, or you can say if the join equals true, or if the join is greater than maybe 0 or something, or if they join, just if they will join. So what should happen? So I can ask it to print, or let me just use echo statement. So echo something. So maybe p class of alerts info. So p padding to 2, and then text to be centered. And the text is centered. I think that's all for now. So, and I can now say the registration of variable name, any student name, is what? Successful. So if the input is done correctly, then bring this message else. I can echo something like, let me just copy this and paste it here. So I can just say echo alert here. Registration, or let me say page, please try again, or let's say please. So I think that's all for me. So if I refresh and try to, so the registration of Adobe Nazan is successful. So, and if the registration is not done, it will give me an error. Alright, so I think let me go straight. So if I want to be directed to a login page, so I can do something here. Instead of trying to echo something, I won't echo anything. So because if I try to write the redirection code here, it will give me an error. So you say if I'm using like something like header location, to be header has already been sent on line so and so, because it has executed the code, but it's expecting it to come false. So it's seeing this thing. So if I want to do that, I won't write anything. So let me I'll just say header. So then header function, we have location. So where I want it to go is login.php. That is, if the form is submitted successfully, go to login.php. So now if I input goodness, and this age is 11, and address is Lagos, the class is year 2. So it's redirecting me to login page. You can see here, it's directed me to login page. So now I can quickly write my login code. Let me come to this index, copy this code, so I'll paste it in my login page. So now for login, I just need just to log in. So example, just for teaching sake, because normally I can use something very, very sensitive like the email and password. Unique something that's, because actually name can be, two or more students can be the same name. So otherwise I can use that username. But for teaching sake, let me come here. Let me see what I can use. Let me use location. So location. So just login with location and all, and that's all. So I can just say location. So location. Yeah. So login. So BTN success. It's okay. So then alright, so let me go back to the login page, refresh now. So we can just say login here. So I can write something like h1 tag. So I say login. Here. So I can make a class of text center. Okay, so that's all for now. So let me say h3. So now let me come to so I think I have registered as PHP. So inside my, so let me create another file here. Let me call it so now, so this is I'm gonna be writing my login, my login code. So now I'm gonna just say then if this button, login button is clicked, for the login. So if I click on this login button, if it's set. So I'm going through post method. So login. So what should happen? Get the input feed value and install it inside this, and that is location or address. So gonna be location. I think I give it location. So that's all I need here. So location. Alright, so this being done, I can just say select from. I'm going to select this column, this fields. So I'm going to say variable SQL again equals select from this table name, Boraba students. So I'm only selecting one column from this table. Select Boraba students. So use the where clause because I'm just selecting something unique. So I'm selecting where this thing location equals variable at rather than set. So I'll say where location. Oh, sorry. It's not location, it's something like address. Yeah. So where address. So because the table column name, I'm gonna specify that where address equals to variable at. That's all I need, and I'm done with that. So I'm just gonna merge the two together. I'm gonna say variable, or let's say variable join equals. So now I'm gonna just specify here. I'm gonna say mysql underscore query dot similar process. So then I'm gonna the connection variable and then the SQL variable. Yeah, so here what I have already successfully joined two. So what I just need to do here is write a loop that will loop through all the rows and columns and fetch what I have specified. So I'm gonna say y variable something like variable table row or something equals. So I'll use the function mysql underscore fetch array. So this is a loop through all the row. Oh no, is an error. So it should be something like underscores. So now, so equals this contains some parameters. So parameters will be this variable jump. So yeah, so Now, so if this so go into this thing and look through, if it is correct, then you can do stuff like uh, variable row, variable something, anything like variable row search. I just say variable row search equals to, then this variable that I stored the value, everything here. I'm gonna paste it here. So then I'm gonna say I don't want to use anything like session for now, so let me just say, and that would be location. So now, so now I can redirect. I can make the redirects. So I can say if so I can say I can just try to, so even if it has gotten here, even from here, I can just say, so if this is done, then do something like redirect. And that is admin.php. Alright, so here I'm just gonna log in php inside this login. So let me just put what's this? Oh yeah, so I'm just say login php.php. So I can refresh now, and what I have here is location is 9 million. So let me expand this. Sorry. So I can just double click on it and grab the value. So if I come here and paste it here, then I submit. So you say it might expect, oh yeah, the error is if you get an error like this, mysql without special array expect one parameter to be mysql without results boolean given on line 10. So that the error will actually be from this is what it's saying, this line 10 here. So the error is actually from the SQL statement. So the error should be here, like select all. So if I refresh again now, you can see it has directed me straight to the admin.php. So that's quite awesome, pretty cool. Now I can just grab everything here and paste it inside the admin. So I don't have much to do inside there. Welcome to admins. So admins. So when now here I can span it to, for use span to make the admin different. The styling of the admin to make it different. And just say class text danger. So yeah, so I can refresh again. So I think the text shadow for the admin is something is not really cool here. So let me remove the text shadow for the admin. So I can just come here, say style inline, define inline style, just say text shadow equals against none. So I don't want any text shadow for the admin only. So they have their own text shadow, but admin has nothing. Alright, so in the admin I have nothing to do. Let me just fetch my students. Let me fetch them out. So that's what I'm gonna be doing in the admin. I need to say that this tutorial is a freestyle. I didn't actually, in fact, I don't prepare for it. This morning I just started to do the tutorial because I stopped. I've not been using PHP code any longer. I use Laravel, Django, React, and even use my mobile development. I'm into mobile like flat like that and Flutter. Then I'm into SQL also. So and for database and Python. So I just try to do some stuff with PHP. Anyway, so I don't really plan for this tutorial. So because now I just down on me that the some process of the project is not really. I think this one should not be global school admin. It should be global school parents, because when you register your student and you register with the credentials, so you can also collapse your dashboard to manage your dashboard, not the school dashboard. It shouldn't be the school admin. So that should be. I think that is logical. So now, so let me say parents. Yeah. So here they can do a lot of things, but I don't have time for all meso meso. There are a lot of videos you can watch online, and when I will try to do some other stuff to make some projects with PHP or something. You can check out my videos on React, on Laravel, and such. All right, so let me just see like view the parents now. They can do some stuff. They can view all students, all pupils in their students in their child's class. So let me just do that. So I don't like going to long videos. I like my videos to be precise so that people that are new to a certain language can grab the basic syntax and concepts. Now let me just say come in around here and say let me see where I can do this. Let's say I click around here. So I've removed all this thing. So let me just say let me use the button like view. So this one will not be input again, to just be something like just something like H1 or anything can be P. So let me just say so view pupils in class, so you can know how many pupils are in your child's class. So now, so let me work with this only. So I want to do something like okay, let me use this way. I'm gonna be using JavaScript or jQuery. Let me start with JavaScript. So let me say on click. So this on click is a JavaScript. It's JavaScript. We'll use it to specify if a button is something is clicked, if an element is clicked. Like JavaScript events, it's under JavaScript events. So I can just say, just make it simple. Instead of creating function, document dot get elements by ID. So and I would have not specified the ID, but I'm going to do that in a moment. So box fetch box. Yeah. So I want to do is I want to view it because I will actually hide it. So style dot display equals block. I want it to be block. Yeah. So this this ID, I'm gonna do something like where I click it, I want it to appear. I don't want to do something very big, so let me just make it appear here. So when it appears, so to drop this to the so let me specify it here. So div class. So the class, let me say shadow. So instead of saying card, let me just say shadow. so it should give me something of a nice box. So I can say padding. I want the padding to be 4 here. So and I think for now, let me style it so that I want to give the styling. I want to hide this for now. So because it should be, it doesn't need to display until we want it, until we want to view it. So now I can close this up here. So now I want to give it an ID here. So ID. So let me just put something rough here. So now no box is showing here, but when I click the button, you're gonna see this stuff. Oh, I want if I click it again, it should hide. This stuff. So I can't use this thing like this again. So I just have to do something like create a function name. So I'll click get box. So because I want to toggle that it's only just to open here. So if I want to make it show and hide like toggle, so toggle effects, so I can just say on click, so I can come to the bottom of the page of the file, because it's good to specify JavaScript to place the JavaScript code at the bottom. You can actually place at the inside the head block, but it's better here because so yeah, when the page loads, it loads all the HTML file and before you start loading it yourself JavaScript, so that it loads faster. So I'm gonna say scripts. So I want the JavaScript to, I want to write it. I want an inline JavaScript. So I don't want to make an external job. Oh yeah, no, I need to do that because I've already created a JavaScript folder here and JavaScript. Yeah, so I'm gonna be writing. And unlike PHP, I don't need to put all this PHP stuff here. In JavaScript, I just need to start using the JavaScript. So it's nothing like scripts. So let me just say that. So let me just call the function as a function. This stuff is where am I working? Admin. So the function here is get box or something. So I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna put it here. So then after it comes this. So what I'll be doing here is I'm gonna guide this. So this what happened here? Logic here is that when you click on this button that has this function get box, that's the logic. This button has this on click get box. When you click on it, what do you want to do? This is what you want to do, because inside this curly brace comes the block of code that you want the computer to execute. So now you can say, so I'll say I want to get this thing, this field ID. So I want to get it. That's what I want to do. So I'll just say get box documents windows get element by ID. So the ID is showbox. If I'm not mistaken, so it's showbox, something like, let's say the shadow. It's not shadow, it's the shadow. That's why the shadow effect is not working. So and then the box here, I think the ID is fetch box, not show box. So fetch box. So I'm gonna come here and place it here. That's all we need for now. Then as it's when I click on it to get this thing. So when you now get it, what do you want to do? So I will say if, write a condition that if what? If this thing get box if get box dot style, because the box initially is hidden. So once the style does display equals hidden equals none. So because the style of this box is now display none. So if when you click on it, if it is none while clicking on it, then what do you want to do? So what we want to do something, we want to say so change the condition, change it, so make it block there. That was it. So otherwise, and if it is now blocked and you click this button again, so this is what I'm doing. Let me show you what I'm doing. So before it works, I'm going to come here and link the scripts, so I can link it anywhere. I can come inside this head function. I'll just come down here and say scripts, so then what I need is the source. So, and the source is from the root folder. We have assets. After assets we have JS, and after that inside JS we have JavaScript.js. So I'm gonna follow that. I'm gonna say assets slash JS folder slash, when you open the JS folder, now grab this thing. Authenticate me. Now I've successfully linked this file to this. So if I refresh now, if I click on it, oh, let's see what's happening. Assets slash JS slash this. Yeah. So now so now I think, let me check here. There should be an error here. Yeah, the update should be displayed. So now let me refresh again. Yeah, it's working. Okay, ignore this JavaScript code for now. So let me get to it. So instead of that, I'll be using jQuery. jQuery is a JavaScript famous framework that is also makes your JavaScript code faster and even cleaner and better. So let me just go for jQuery. So now when I want to create this, when I click on this button, I want a box to pop up so that I can view the students, and I can click the button again to hide it. But now, so inside the head block, I can come here and specify and write my script tag, opening and closing. Then here with jQuery syntax, I can just say document dot, I'll proceed it with this sign. So say document dot ready function. So put a function there, and of course function will actually come with parentheses with a curly brace where you specify your code. Then these are now come to where select, it's not like CSS syntax, select, selector, and declaration. So I can just come to select what I need this button, so I need to give it something like ID. So I can call it btn, and then just give it btn. So then if I click on this button, I want to grab this thing. So now I'll declare on that one here. So let's say alert salam. Now let's say refresh again and see. Oh yeah, that's working. So now what I want is I want to fade in this box, this fetch box, this thing, when I click on that thing. So let me just go for that straight. So I'm say adults and the hash. Oh, sorry. So fetch box. So I'm just say dot fading. I'm calling the fading function. So I'm declaring the fading function in jQuery function. So when I click on it now, it's gonna fade this thing. That's nice. Now what I want it to be is a toggle, so that when I click on it again, it should fade it out again. It should toggle it. So you can just give me, and that should work. When I click on it, fade it. Click on it, hide it. Yeah, that's awesome. So now instead of using JavaScript, you can actually achieve this with jQuery, and even with better things like this animation, this fading and fade out, how it's fading. I can slow down the fading. I can give it like fading slowly, like 4 seconds. Alright. So that's 4 seconds. Now if I click on it now, it's more slower. When I click it again, it's going down. So now here, after I've achieved this now, so let me just do something here. Let me do something here. Where is that? Where is it? Fetch box. Oh, yeah. So what I want to do is I don't know what's actually happening. I don't want to waste more time on styling. So let me just say outline, or let me just say border. Border will be 1 pixel solid gray. Then let me get padding of 23.4 pixel. Yeah, so now if I click it again, I'm having something like this. So then I can say margin button. Margin bottom, and that's 40 pixel. Yeah. Or let me just say 20 is okay. Okay, so now let me quickly write my PHP code here. So I need to include the config stuff. So let me grab it from here. So config, let me grab this one. So where is it? Admin. So let me post it here. Alright. Sorry for that. I grabbed something else. See, it's what I wanted to grab. Include config. So let me clean all this up and do this. So now I'm here now. So now I can now write my PHP code inside this box to fetch the data. So I can just say so let me say I have a connection, so I can just say select variable SQL because what I need just to select. I'm not clicking on any value, so I just say select all from, and the table name here. Table name is robust students. So I paste it here. That's all. So after selecting, so now what I want to do is I need to merge. So that variable join, like I've been using variable join equals my SQLi underscore query. So that will allow me to join the config mysqli query. So and I'll be joining variable con, which has the connection stuff inside it, and I'll be joining variable SQL. So now it's working because since variable join, variable is case sensitive. So when I want to look for, if I want to reuse this variable join, I need to write this in the uppercase, otherwise it won't work. But for now, let me just, for teaching sake, let me leave it for now to show that it's case sensitive. Now, after I've done this, so I need to look through the stuff there. So I need to say while variable fetch row. Let me just say refresh because my SQLi underscore fetch array that we used before, but now let me use associate. The suite there is still the same thing. They do the same work. I think they're almost the same thing. So now, what I will do is I'll just specify this variable join that has everything inside it. So when I'll do that, I need to say variable join. So it must be in the capital letter. If I just specify it in the lowercase, it won't work because variable name are case sensitive. So I don't know. So now, so this I need to do some. So now here, let me close up the PHP code here. Let me close up my PHP here. Open another here. So that's how we do it. So fetch the zero, so that I can can easily write some HTML code inside here. So I'm closing it here so that HTML code can come in, the HTML task can come in. Otherwise, if I don't do it with the HTML task, will not be able to come in. So now, as I've done it this way, what is saying? Here I need to specify a space. So now, I can just say, should I use table or something? I don't know. I don't know if I should use table. I don't know. Well, let me just say I should just use. Okay, let me just use table. So just say table. Now bootstrap table. So now here I can say table head. So on table head you have table. I think table row. Yeah. So let me just say table row. So and then the table row we have getter. I can say T ish. Let me just give you table head here. So I think they are let me see, name, age, address, class. And I can include the ID to know which student, to know the order of their registration. So I can say ID, name, student name, pupil's name, pupil's age, address, and class. So age, address, and class. Yeah. So now I can come down. So this table. So now let me go for table body. Yeah. So now inside the table body I have table row. So and inside the table row I have my data. So, table data. So I can just think is yeah. So it's 4. So here I can specify my PHP code. I'll just say I'll just echo everything. I'll just echo. You can use this syntax instead of saying PHP echo. Instead of saying PHP echo this fetch row. Echo fetch row. Then what you're echoing is ID. So now this will give you 1. When you come here, when you click on this thing, it's fetch. Please, oh yeah. yeah. It's fetch 1, 2, 4. Let me see. Yes, have 2, 3, 4. I have 3 pupils. Okay, so it's repeating all these things. But I want to quickly show you here because I'm focusing on the backend more. So it's if you should say, so to show you that this is variable names are case sensitive, you should just try to say something like join like this. It should bring up an error. So when you click on it, you can see error. It says undefined variable join, and it will actually bring up this error too. It's not error. So that's because variable name are case sensitive. You need to use the variable name, or if you change it, if you now change this one to join, or you change this one, we want to uppercase like this, then everything will be fine. So when you click on it again, as it's coming up again, what we are doing now is we want to fetch the stuff here. We want to fetch the stuff here. So for instead of I like doing it in another way, instead of saying echo, I'll just use this syntax. So now I can just copy everything and paste them. So let me just do this. So let me just copy everything and paste. Yeah. So now I can now say, I can come here and say that one is ID and this one will be name. This one will be name and this one will be age according to the column here. So address and class. So this one will be address and this one class. Yeah, so if I come here and I fetch, so you can see I'm fetching the names 82 Adedoyin Azam, 33 help, 13 9 delay, and the other one, so 11 Niger Lagos. So you have the pupils record here, and you click it again, you can actually fade it off. So I think okay, I'll go back fade it out. I click it twice. So this one should be parents dashboard. So this one should be parent dashboard. Let's comment, and we are Islamic, not we are Islamic, no, an Islamic and Western educational system. And this Algoraba school parents dashboard. So okay, so I think let me just space now the tutorial. Now if you say index.php, index.php to take you to the index page, and you register name and age 23 or 4015, the new address Lagos, and the class is that 15 years old, should be is BS6. When I paste it, say login here, it directs you to this place. So although it's not a full one because I need to welcome this user, but I don't want to do that. So I say delay, and as long as we have delay, so it's registering. So let me look at the column. I just registered this person now, and if I grab this thing, I can actually come here and log in without the detail. So and if for example, if it is wrong, it's wrong. You can see it's still there. So do I need to do something like echo or alert some error warning messages? But I don't get that. So now if this data is correct according to what is in the database, then redirect me to the panel. Nice. Welcome to our global screen. In here you can fetch the pupils details. You can actually clean all these things up to make all these headings, or what do you call it, table headings, more. So we're focusing more on backend. Yeah. So one more thing I would like to add to the tutorial before I leave is now this I want to do some login page. So like if I log with this thing, it's gonna log me in here into the dashboard. But what if the credential is wrong? It's not gonna do anything. For example, let me just type something here. It's not gonna do anything. So now I want an error message to be displayed over here, or an alert to be to display, and something like wrong login details or something. So and if the credential is correct, then let us log in there. And let us log in. So I can. So when I need to go to the login page, then where I wrote my PHP code, because I need to do that. So because I just feel like I shouldn't leave the tutorial like that. So because of my time, I have some other tutorial on other languages. So at least let me make this one um, more comprehensive. Now I need to come here, log in php.php. Then let me see. I made the tutorials very simple that day I did it. So here I may not do the stuff here. So since I've said I'm just working with a single table or row. So now a single input feed here. So I can just say, so now that I've said variable search equals to the table equals all these things are set. So I can just add the condition. So I can say if was it so if this thing variable. So now I can just say if variable, I will just try to find something like if this variable row search equals variable table equals row. So and this is what we get variable table row. Now I'm gonna come here again and I say if variable row search, that's all. I can say equals true, but let me just leave it like that. So if that is true, then I can now use the header location. If I'm using PHP, I can use the header location, or I can even do something like using echoing JavaScript code. I can just say script anyone. So you can use anyone. Normally people use PHP code throughout, but as you can see, use JavaScript too. So what we do here, just say the function in JavaScript to navigate to the other page, to other pages, like you say location dot href, is go to this page which I'm specifying here. Then that place is admin.php. If that is correct, or if it is not correct, then you can do something like let me bring this down. You can do something like else. Then you can echo. If you want to alert, you can alert. If you want to echo, you can just echo something like echo. You can echo paragraph, then give it a class. Yeah, in that admin page, the table over there is not really is not really good. So, and that's because I didn't give it a class table with a bootstrap class. So when I just say class alert, let me use alert, and since it's giving an error message, let me just say alert danger. So that will signify an error. So then I can say text center. I can try to control the length of the stuff and the responsiveness. And like I said, bootstrap is all about responsiveness. So I can just say column. So let me just say column md, and the column md is 6, I think 8. Yeah, so because I want it to fit to be at the same length as the input feed there. So I can just, and now we can just say wrong login details. So and I close it up, and then so now let's try this. You can see it said wrong login details since it's not correct, and if it's correct, I'm gonna look through this error. Let me say the undefined row search. Yeah, undefined variable row search is this variable that I just defined here in this yeah, as I defined as a parameter in this if keyword. So it said is undefined, so I'm gonna come over here. I can still do it some other ways apart from this, but for this it's still okay. I'm gonna say variable row search. I'm gonna set it to empty so that that error will come again. So if I refresh, you can see no error, and it's telling me that's wrong looking details because the details I left even forget. I just input some random stuff here. So if I press enter, it will still bring the error. For this, let's say I have something which I have already, and it will redirect me. Oh, it's not working. Let's see. Said undefined index location on line 12. Oh, okay. So let's see something. Oh, I can see here there is nothing like location inside the table because this one is fetching from the table here. So it's getting the information from the table here. So when I say fetch this, go to this table, Guava students, and get a column, a column on the table. So it's like I'm inside this table, and there's nothing like location. So, and I think what I supposed to have put there is address. So now, if I refresh, that should work. Header location. Oh, so let me see. Let me put something like Lagos. It's not going. It's saying header location admin.php. So let's. I think it's my code. Okay. I'm the one telling it to echo this thing. So because it's actually doing what I asked it to do. So normally, what I would just do is just say header location, nothing like echo. Hope that is clear. So now if I put something like Lagos, so it's gonna redirect to the admin.php. How we get so just sorry, just don't mind me. Sometimes I don't mind something. So I told it that when you get this address, so then go to this. Like that means if I should use the former JavaScript code for directing to other page, I say location dot what's it href. So and I call it admin dot php. So I close it up, so it will actually work because JavaScript 2 will do the same thing. This page has just done right. Refresh it now and put something is solved that is working. You can see. Oh, let's see what's happening. 9 is solved. It's not going. Let's see. 9 belay is solved. I think this code is a cool script location.href. Oh yeah, equals. I need to put the equals to there. So and I need to just refresh this, and if I put delay, delay for solve, you can see it has directed me to this admin and global parents admin.php. So what actually happened was I actually was trying to get a wrong column name. It was addressed why I was, I don't know what happened. It was just input location. So that's why it's telling me undefined index, and that has taught you another error, which you can watch my video on PHP errors and how to fix it. Or some PHP errors. I did errors on how to fix header location and some other basic common PHP errors. You can watch them also. So header location, that is a separate video, but error, how to solve header location error and how to solve common PHP errors. So this is one of the errors too that you are going to find in the video. So and it's one of the common errors I say you get when you are trying to get a wrong column name, like this address, and you're trying to get something else, or the spelling is not correct, you check the wrong index. So undefined index. So alright. So now that's that. I've put the condition that if the login is correct, then do login, or else alerts. Do not login, but alerts give a wrong an error message or alert. All right, so here again, you click on this thing, you see that just look at how the table first. The table is not very arranged. Secondly, is all these headings, table heading th, and they're just coming repeating. And the reason for this, like for with as to my own experience, is how I try to output the elements in the PHP code. So depending on how you output them, it happens to me and I fix them eventually. So I'm done with this. So in the admin, I think that's where I need to come. So then is what I'm saying. So first the code, because since I'm using Bootstrap, so I can just add Bootstrap class table. So I just say table. So table. So these will give you a very nice Bootstrap table. You can see. Even with this repetition, it's still readable and still okay. Table have more than that, table holder or something. So here I think the error is not yet fixed. So it's a table heading, and then let me see where this thing is coming from. Oh yeah, I can see. Let me do it this way. So let me cut all this. So before my PHP code, I can actually paste this here. Yeah. So normally the PHP code is working on the table body. So I do nothing with this. So the PHP code will never, because this is counting, fetching, like this fetch assoc, it's fetching through the table. So when it reaches a table, it comes again with the table heading. So now I will put it outside so it gets rendered once. So this PHP code will just be only working with the table or the table heading table data here. Even with this, I'm very sure that I've done it. Yeah, as you can see, it just come out with one, and you can see this is another one. Although the table is not, so I think what happened is, yeah, this is the Bootstrap. So so what I will do here is let me see. I think this I'll see something. Let's see how to fix this error. It's just front end stuff. So okay, so this table, I think, let me come out. Okay, that is table something. So let me come out of this thing. Let me come out of this thing. Let me place this one here. You just need to debug it gently and line by line. So because let me even check what I just did now. Wow. All right, so I'm very glad. You know why? Because um because I'm not like this kind of error should not be, because I've worked on several cases like this and I don't normally get errors like this oftentimes. But I'm online, so I need to prove myself, and I know I have a lot of backend projects and challenges that I face. So I'm not more of front end. Of course, I'm very good in front end. When Bootstrap very well, Tailwind CSS, and CSS3 very well. In fact, I know CSS one of my best languages CSS. So, but I've not been very working on front end. But I'm just like this kind of thing cannot be my problem, because I've covered that with what I'm doing. Anyway, that's just a little thing, not much, because I have more complex and tedious bugs, errors that we fixed in. We can fix when we work with in large projects. So, but I think this is sufficient for now. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you, and please subscribe. have videos on other subjects, tutorials like Laravel, like React, JavaScript, and all. Thank you, and bye bye.